Welcome, plungers. Thank you for tapping in. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. So, the question is usually asked when people come across this car, which is the 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR. Now, the question is asked, is it worth it? Because as many of us may know, this is the most expensive car in the game at $143 million. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Well, first of all, it's a billionaire's car. I'm just gonna put it like that, because if you're spending more than 10% of what you have on a car in this game, then you probably can't afford it. However, is it worth earning? Is it worth getting exactly $143 million to buy? And unlike other cars that are more expensive, or less expensive, because there is no car more expensive, but other than cars that are less expensive that I have given poor reviews and said it's not worth it, I think this car might be worth it. The car has a top speed in my tuning of over 270 miles per hour. That is a 0 to 60 time in my tuning of about 2 seconds. It is beautiful. Visually, one of the best looking cars in the game. It's a classic car, and in real life, it's probably worth about the same amount. So if a lot of y'all out there are into realism and keeping it realistic and to real life, then you should probably go earn the money and get this car, because it's extremely rare and it's worth about the same amount in real life. Is it worth it in the game? I'm probably gonna say yeah. Even though I myself personally won this car with a wheel spin, after owning it and having it in retrospect and being able to sit with it, I would say yes, I would probably buy it. If I knew all of this before I owned it, yes, I would buy it. The tuning on it is, like, I still gotta lock it in. I still gotta dial it in. It's not to my standards or my driving style yet, but I know once I get this car there, it's gonna be one of the greatest cars in the game. Because there aren't too many cars in the game that go over 250 miles an hour that aren't hypercars or supercars or whatever category you wanna put them in, or track toys. A lot of the cars are not that in this game. But this car, a classic from 1955, being able to get almost to the top of S2, yeah. You should probably go out and get this car. 10 out of 10, will recommend. And I did my race in this car to test it. Now again, my tuning is not dialed in by any stretch of the imagination. I drifted around a lot of these corners, but man, did I have fun doing it. I'm glad I got this on a wheel spin, and I didn't really test it. I just painted it and threw it in the closet because I thought it was just another classic car and whatever. But since the question was asked in one of these groups that I'm in several of the groups that I'm in, this car comes up often. Since the question was asked, I decided to go figure out the answer for myself. And yes, it's definitely worth it. It's worth the grind. It's worth going out there and earning $143 million. Actually, $145 million if you want to tune it and put some tires on it. And yeah, but it's worth it. I think that this might be one of the few cars in the game that actually may be worth the money. And as far as drifting is concerned, if you are a drifter, you could do far worse than this thing. It's a great car. 10 out of 10 will recommend, even at $143 million. Thanks for tapping in. Peace.
Wait for it. Here it comes. Almost there.